Hi, my name is Emma Vandevelde. I am a junior at Coastal, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And I grew up in an awesome home. I have two great parents. I'm the middle child wedged between two boys. I have an older brother, younger brother. And I grew up as the one who no one really had to worry about. Just kind of easy, low maintenance. I got really good grades. I was good at sports. I was involved in theater, and so I kind of was doing it all. And I had established this reputation of just kind of the one. I was the one that my parents were always proud of, just like, we don't need to worry about her, she's good. And so as a result of that, I started to find my identity in my performance. I saw the benefits of excelling and getting awards and getting accolades and getting praise. And so that was my motivation for my high school years. And also with my walk, I mean, my faith was something that I grew up with, and I went to a school that did a really good job at equipping us in scripture. So my senior year, I took an apologetics course, and my junior year, I took Christian theology. So I was very well informed. I was always the person that people kind of came to when they were going through things. And I could always, pull a Bible verse or pull some scripture and be like, this is what God says about that, and this is what God says about you. And it wasn't until I went into my senior year of high school that was totally rocked, because for the first time ever, I was, feeling all of this rejection. I was auditioning for musical theater programs in the country, which is a lot like being recruited for sports teams. It's very, very competitive. And I was hearing no over and over and over and over again. And that was the first time that I really felt like I had worked really hard for something and wasn't getting the benefits like I always had when I was finding my identity in my performance. And so at the same time, I had applied to UNC Chapel Hill. Okay, so I'm not getting into any of these musical theater programs. If I get into UNC, of course I have to go there. I'd be crazy not to go there. So I went, and for a year, this reputation that I had built up for so long as, the consistent girl, the one who, people could count on, it was gone. No one knew who I was. No one cared who I was. No one regarded any of the awards or anything that I had gotten in high school as anything important, because everyone, had been through the same thing in high school. I didn't have the answers. I didn't know where to go. I wasn't giving anyone advice. I was seeking it, but I was lost, and I was like, okay, so where do I go? What do I do? I'm not the girl who's got it all together anymore. And I felt this kind of tug onto my heart that was pulling me back towards this world of musical theater. So I re-auditioned at a few programs, and I ended up transferring. So last year I came to Coastal, and immediately I was welcomed by everyone in the theater department and everyone from all of these different ministries, just coming to me and being like, hey, we want you, we're pursuing you here. People were really meeting me where I was at. I met some of those most amazing women that I have ever met in my entire life on Coastal's campus. Women who would, come to me and be like, how's your heart? Not, did you go out and party last night? Or what are your pitfalls? I felt like God totally let me find my place. And I found myself in Him at Coastal with these amazing people that He just hand-picked and put in my life. And because of that, I was found by Jesus. And I wander, we all wander. And there are times when, I find myself kind of in that lost place and I'm questioning things, but He always brings me back. So for anyone who kind of identified with the story, I want you to know that there is a place for you in this community of believers. Christianity is not about, cleaning up your room before you let Jesus in. It's about opening the door and saying, hey, Jesus, I'm a mess, help me. And that's where I was. And it's so hard because sometimes we want to look at it and be like, okay, I'll get my life together and then I'll invite Jesus in, and then I'll invite Christian friends in. But that's not what it's about. It's about saying, okay, here's where I'm at right now. I have this mess, but I want to invite people in to help me clean up the mess. And even if it gets messy some other times, they're gonna be there for you. And that's what I found here at Coastal, and that's what I hope people will find here in Refuge. So yeah, just come join us.